Good afternoon. It's a beautiful day. Just going on a little afternoon stroll in the sunshine. So, a lot of people ask me, what type of insurance should I have? And unfortunately, it's usually after they've been involved in an accident and realize that they don't have good insurance. So, and specifically, I'm talking about car insurance. So hopefully you're never involved in a motor vehicle accident. But if you are involved in a motor vehicle accident, it's very critical that you have insurance and the right kind of insurance. Because you can actually basically insure yourself against someone else's negligence, right? So, and the way that you do that is you have good, solid coverage. So that's uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. So I'm in Georgia. So for example, in the state of Georgia, an insured, that is somebody that owns a car and is driving it, is lawfully required to carry a minimum of $25,000 in liability coverage. So what that $25,000 does is it's gonna protect you against a lawsuit from somebody that you hurt. Say you rear end somebody. So that's gonna be a $25,000 bucket of money that the person that you hurt can come and get from you. Well, how does that relate to what I'm saying about you self-insuring? Well, I'm about to tell you. So, ever how much liability insurance you have, you can carry up to that amount in uninsured, underinsured motorist liability. So if you have $25,000 in liability coverage, then you can carry $25,000 in coverage. And so what that does is that actually insures you against someone hitting you and not having enough insurance or not having any insurance. So let's say you're going down I-75 in Georgia and the wreck in front of you, you go to stop and the person behind you isn't paying attention, they slam on brakes and hit you. Say you go to the hospital. And let's say they don't have any insurance, or they've only got the state minimum of $25,000 in insurance. Well, your hospital bill could be approaching $25,000 or more if you have a broken bone or a pulled tendon or ligament or something like that. So if you have coverage, uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, then now that rides on top of your liability that you have to protect folks from your negligence, but then your coverage rides on top of that to then protect you. So once the person who hit you, the person who in this situation rear-ended you, once their insurance is exhausted, your uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage kicks in, and there's two different types. There's either the type of where it just protects you up to the amount of your coverage. There's no add-on. And then there is stacking. And the type that I recommend folks purchase is stacking. So if you have stacking coverage, then let's say the person who rear ends you's got 25 and you've got 25 in stacking or add-on. Well, now you're going to have a total pot of $50,000 to work with for your injuries, right? Because it stacks or it adds on. Then there's another type, which is usually what your insurance agent will sell you if you don't specifically ask for add-on or stacking. And basically, if you have just 25,000 in regular then 25,000 is all you got. It only kicks in if the other person doesn't have, that amount of money. So in the prior example, you get rear-ended on I-75, the person that hits you has $25,000 in liability coverage. You go to the hospital, you got $50,000 in medical bills. You have $25,000 in, just regular or non-stacking or non-add-on UM coverage. And well, the 25 in that situation is just protecting you against somebody who doesn't have any liability coverage, or who has maybe some other state's minimum, which is less than 25. So in other words, 25 non-stacking or non-add-on is just going to give you peace of mind that you're going to have at least 25, but you're not going to get that 25 on top of somebody who already has 25. So what I recommend is carry liability limits as high as you can afford, because you can only get UM up to the limits of your liability. So if you carry $500,000 in liability coverage, then you can carry $500,000 in UM. And I recommend that you carry it at the highest limits that you can. They won't sell you underinsured, uninsured motorist coverage for more than the liability coverage that you carry. And I recommend that you get, stacking or add-on.